My fellow Singaporean, today I have a 5 point to share with you to let you see the actual picture. First thing is this Pritam Singh hide the Aljunied Hougang Town Council scandal that millions of dollars went into his friend's pocket by awarding tens of millions of dollars of contract without tender to his friend. Aljunied Hougang Town Council scandal is similar to Malaysia 1MDB. Can you imagine? Second, I want to talk about Dr. Ji Sun Juan. Dr. Ji Sun Juan, do you know that Dr. Ji Sun Juan misappropriated NUS fund and was convicted in court? Number 3, in July 2013, Sylvia lied repeatedly in Parliament. To the extent, you know what happened? Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan told her straight to her face, "You are a liar." Before Balakrishnan told her that she's a liar, Dr. Balakrishnan removed her parliamentary immunity. What does it mean? Invited her to sue. But she didn't. That means she's a liar. Another one is LeeHsienYang. LeeHsienYang willing to put the country at risk just because he want to make millions of dollars out of Oxney Road development. He hoped that the opposition alliance can win, can topple PAP government, so that the Oxney Road house can be demolished and his development plan can be approved so that he can make hundreds of millions of dollars. Later I will explain why it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Because I think it's good for me to say, why is worth 100 millions of dollars? When the land use is changed, from the landed property, you can build high-rise building, 30, 40 story high. You can see how much money you can earn. Furthermore, this is not ordinary land. This is Kuan Yew stay one. Kuan Yew is a well-respected leader in the world. Everybody know him. This is the land where Kuan Yew stay. So you can see how much is the value. Later we'll elaborate more about LeeHsienYang. He put his interest first, the country second. You know what happened? After he declared that he joined politics, the world now laugh at Singapore. China, the social media, he said he never expect Singapore also got 宫廷之战. He makes Singapore a joke just for his own interest. I want to talk, another one is Tan Cheng Bock. Tan Cheng Bock make use of LeeHsienYang. Hopefully that the opposition alliance can win and he will become the next prime minister. Maybe, I think now he's more than 80. I think he's the second Dr. Mahathir, the oldest prime minister in the world. Now let's go to Pritam Singh. Just now I mentioned Aljunied Hougang Town Council scandal is similar to 1MDB. The difference now is only tens of millions. When they are in power, when they handle our CPF fund, it is millions, it is billions, not millions. Billions of billions. Cannot imagine. If you go follow the court proceeding, You know what happened? Their friends handle the town council. They give the work to themselves. They audit themselves. They pay themselves. Unimaginable, really terrible. Of course, they will say, nobody want to work for them. This is the usual practice. But Cham Sitong at that time, why need agent to work for them? Even today, Bishan, Toa Payoh, GRC, also, they don't need agent, they work for themselves. Do the agent. Just because you want to put tens of millions of contract to your friends, you don't give excuse. The intention is obvious. Cham Sitong, when he took over Potong Pasir, he don't need, he can handle himself. He don't need to, like Sylvia, tell lies in parliament. He don't need to tell lies. He don't need to employ agent. Yet, he managed it well. So much surplus. The account is so clear. It is really unimaginable. Now, I think it's enough. Now I go to the second one. Dr. Ji Sun Chuan misappropriated NUS fund. I think this one, you can find out this in the court, this very clear. In this, I don't want to elaborate more, but I want to elaborate more one interesting one. Ji Sun Chuan talk a lot inside the social media. Actually, I watch also quite entertaining. I also laugh. But I tell you one laughter. You know, I think nobody know. Actually, I shouldn't say nobody know. I think very few people know. In 1993, Dr. Ji Sun Chuan staged a hunger strike. Wow, I think never happened in Singapore. Ji Sun Chuan carry out a hunger strike to protest about government. About his conviction in court. But I tell you one joke. Halfway inside his hunger strike, he tak boleh tahan. He took water. Never mind. Our Muslim Singaporean during Ramadan, some even didn't take water. But do you know that Ji Sun Chuan took water? You know why? What no? You what no? With glucose. It's a joke, really. It make it a laughter of the world. This is a big laughter of the world. I think I don't want to elaborate more about Dr. Ji Sun Chuan. This one I think is another big joke. You can find out yourself. Now I talk about Sylvia. In 2013, Sylvia about the hawker center cleaning. Sylvia keep lying until Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan told him straight to her face, you are a liar, invited her to sue. She did not sue. She's a lawyer. Proof everything there. All the proof is there. Why not recover millions of dollars for the Aljunied Hougang if she did not tell lie? The answer is obvious. A liar. We understand. Sometimes hierarchy is so big. Sometimes there will miscommunication. The info may be wrong, but we correct it. Nothing wrong. I think everybody, can understand. But you don't keep telling lie and create another lie to cover the other lie. Totally hopeless. Another joke about her is, after 3 years, she took over Aljunied Hougang Town Council. She can't even come out with this account report after 3 years. You know what she say? She blame others. She blames same as our company. She said no proper handover. Proper handover. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, we can understand. After 3 years, you say that no proper handover. In company, after 3 months, don't talk about say can head talk about come out a report. If you handle a project, I ask you to leave. But I don't know why civilian got such a luxury. This way I don't understand. Aljunied Hougang Council take I think about close to 10 years to get the account right. And then it's not from hers to settle, she settled. There's a court ruling, ask the big four, I think one of big four, I cannot remember, to help her to settle her account. Can you imagine? Just settle the account only, cannot handle. Want to handle a country. Unimaginable. Now we talk about this LeeHsienYang. LeeHsienYang in this Lee Kuan Yew book. I think everybody know LeeHsienYang is a businessman. In Lee Kuan Yew book, Lee Kuan Yew also plays LeeHsienYang. He's a good businessman. Make a lot of money, very smart in making making money in business. Actually, LeeHsienYang want to make hundreds of millions of dollars from Oxney Road. Actually, this is his right, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. But he don't pull down the whole country just for his own interest. Totally nothing wrong. He got the right. But tell the truth. Don't say that Lee Kuan Yew wants it. And then behind, you earn hundreds of millions of dollars. What a filial son. One son or one filial son, and then hundreds of millions go into pocket. The reason is very simple. You think about it. Why? You think about it, it's very simple. Why LeeHsienYang bought the Oxney house, Lee Kuan Yew house from LeeHsienLong? Do you know that LeeHsienLong sold the house because the house Lee Kuan Yew give to LeeHsienLong. Since LeeHsienYang want to buy, so LeeHsienLong sold to LeeHsienYang. So with a market price 24 million. And then do you know LeeHsienLong donated 24 million to charity, but nobody mentioned. I think very few people know about it. Bad thing people talk. Now in China say 宫廷之战 already. But we don't blame others. We blame LeeHsienYang. He put his interest above national interest. It's very obvious, right? Why he wanted to buy, such a smart businessman. As what I mentioned just now, if the land use from landed property 1 story can build 30, 40 story. And this is a Lee Kuan Yew land. It's not the Lee Kuan Yew stay there. It's not ordinary people stay. The land value is hundreds of millions. So this big Lee Kuan Yew is right. He's a smart businessman. He got that not many people have, and then can portray that filial son. Another thing that you think about it, why LeeHsienYang cannot wait for another 2 years when LeeHsienLong going to step down? Why so eager, want to settle now? Why? Why cannot wait? The reason is simple. First thing, our little shop house in the Chinatown, this shop house we also reserve. You know that the Oxney house, a lot of PAP is from there. The history of Singapore is from there. The chances of demolish is logical people won't go and demolish it. So he knows that wait for another government, the chances is slim. So now he want to force his brother to give approval to be demolished. Of course, it is a blessing that PM Lee stand by it, we follow law. Even Kuan Yew also had to follow law. Even Kuan Yew had to follow law. But Kuan Yew also set a good example. In fact, he know that his house may not be demolished. That's why he come out another law, this a lawyer letter saying no one can enter his house. The house can be preserved and no one can enter his house. It shows that Kuan Yew is a respected leader in the world, and he do things according to the law. So from what I explained just now, it's obvious. LeeHsienYang is hoping that the opposition alliance can win, so that can make his agenda. The Aljunied House can be developed and make hundreds of millions of dollars. Now we talk about Tan Cheng Bock. I think just now I mentioned a few cases, right? But do you find it strange or not? Tan Cheng Bock never questioned Aljunied Hougang Town Council. People question Ivan. Yesterday, Ivan said that he already not contesting. Huh? But nobody question Aljunied Hougang Town Council lah. Sylvia Lim lie in parliament lah. Huh? Nobody question. Because I think you go in Tan Cheng Bock, you go see Tan Cheng Bock at the time you ask him. He also did not ask Ji Sun Chuan, Miss Operator Fund, are they still suitable for the candidacy? If our mindset is all is alliance and then abang and then at least like many other countries, we are finished. For sure, no government is perfect, same as this government. It's a fact. But comparatively with the other developed countries, I think in Singapore, almost everyone have a house to stay. Almost everyone have a house to stay. We have the lowest unemployment rate in the world. One of the lowest income tax in the world. And yet, one of the lowest GST in the world. Yet, we have huge reserve. The team of Kuan Yew, and then Goh Chok Tong, the team of Goh Chok Tong, and then the team of LeeHsienYang. Almost every year, they have put in the team put in a great effort and a huge surplus, and have a surplus. Almost every year, of course, we don't talk about this exceptional years. But unfortunately, instead of appreciating their effort of maintaining surplus, I remember very well, many people ask, why so safe? Why? Why so safe? Why the land sales did not go? Why did the land sale did not go to operating this budget? Why go into the reserve? Why? And ask, why no good subsidy for utilities? I still remember Loh Tia Kiang in one of the rally. He told the crowd there. He said that, why your utility bill so high, no subsidy? Because government want to make your money. The whole crowd go crazy. But when your emotion was played with, you lose your thinking process, no? When the government is making money, that means we are making money for our reserve. When the government is in debt, that means every one of us are in debt. It's such a simple thing. But you know why? When your emotion was played with, you lose your thinking process already. Really, is and then at that time, I still remember, but government insists still put this land sales into the reserve, and then people say arrogant. This government is arrogant. Now you think about it. If the government at that times did not stand on the pressure and give in, today the COVID situation, we are going to eat glass. But unfortunately, I shouldn't say, because Singapore no land, not enough glass to eat. We eat shit. Really. This really. Now I go to but you see, just now I already elaborate. But why so many people still believe in them? One thing is, not many people follow the current affair because no time. Or there's no interest, no interest. So, when you talk bad thing, very interesting, easy to go in. And the worst is, they don't want to let you see overall picture, the other side of the story. Like today, I tell you a lot of the other side of the story. A lot of people got shocked. Second, human is the only resource in Singapore. We have no oil, not enough land. We only have restriction. Even water also have to depend on Malaysia. So, when you are stressed, your emotion easy to play with. People play with your emotion. You cannot think well. But we have to accept that human resource is the only resource in Singapore. We got nothing else. If we don't feel certain of amount of stress, we can relax. It's not sustainable, right? This is logical, right? It's very logical. Human resource is only resource. If we do not make use of resource, do not this certain stress to the resource, it's not sustainable. Actually, I tell you the truth, it's a fact. You look at those every day, 400, of course, do you know, 400,000 every day of people cross from Malaysia to Singapore. They wake up, some even wake up 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. They have the stress of not enough sleep, the stress of their safety, and the stress of Singapore. You see, things are comparatively, you can see the stress they have. Even I tell you, now I recall, because I work in a multinational company, when we go to this European, our counterpart there, we are shocked that they are, even looks like their job more stressed than us. Then we're wondering how come Armour also more stressed than us? We keep cracking our head. The reason is because of their government policy. Many people able one, make use, exploit the policy, don't want to work. Turn out that those people don't want to work, become negative asset. Those want to work one, have to work extra to cover their. This is their policy mistake. But our government put the right policy. They encourage people to work. When you work, they give you extra money. Put into your work credit, if I'm not wrong, because I cannot remember it well. And actually, my company, auntie, they enjoy working. Auntie, uncle, if they told me, if not keep staying at home, quarrel with the husband, quarrel with their wife. And now they're in the company, the work time pass very fast, enjoy, healthy. So, the policy is very important. And worse is, human resource in Singapore, only resource. This is only resource, we waste it. How are we going to sustain? But Singaporean uncle auntie are very hardworking. Well, this is our tradition. We respect our this uncle auntie. Continue to work. Of course, we have to build an inclusive society for those people. Let's say really they are sick, and then they are not able to work. Of course, we have to create inclusive society. We have to help them. We have to give them this we have to take care of them. Those can work have to work. So we have to take care of this. Take note of people play with our emotion when we are stressed. So we have to accept that human resource is the only resource in Singapore. Certainly, we will feel the stress. But our stress compared with those Malaysian actually is nothing. Even compared with AMO, just now I mentioned here. Because we have the right policy to balance the load. I want to say here is I come out to speak out because I see so many those misinformation. Those tell one side of story. And I come out to say. Because now there are new voters. Things are like this. If you only see one side of story, your mindset is set. It's very difficult to change. That's why English say mindset. That means your mind already set. It won't change. I give you a very good example. For the drugs addicts, they being conned with lie to take drugs for enjoyment. But after that, this one is like taking drugs. They also know they are going to die, but they cannot give up already. This is the same thing. So once the mindset is set, it's same as like taking drugs. So another thing is I want to convincing method to make sure that we have a good progress. I just give you a very simple thing. 40 years ago, I should say 40 years ago, Malaysia and Singapore is 1-to-1. 1 Singapore dollar, 1 Malaysian. But today, it's more than 3-to-1. Okay, we don't talk Malaysia. We talk about Western country. We talk about Britain. 40 years ago, 1 pound, $8. Singapore dollar, 8. But today, 1 pound about 1.8 to 2. I think not more than 2. I think about 1.8, I think. Yeah. So this is a very good gauge, right? That this government has done a good job, right? Everybody got a house to stay, unemployment so low, and the personal income tax so low, one of the lowest in the world. GST also one of the lowest in the world. Yet we have huge reserve. If not, we are going to eat shit now. But be careful of those irresponsible. Actually, there's one way to destroy Singapore. Very easy one. You just have to keep demoralizing the government, the good government. That you just have to keep demoralizing them. When one day those capable people scared to come out to join politics, only those people willing to sacrifice once. A lot of people are willing to join politics. Then we are finished. Those won't ask more lah. They ask. They say 1 year. 1 year they say you give me 200,000 can already. I don't need 1 million. But you trust them to take your CPF no, to handle your CPF no. If you look at IRAS, I think about 1 year if I remember correctly, you go to this our IRAS to see. 1 year, about 5,000 people earn more than 1 million. The average is 2 million. Singapore government is such a big organization, yet we cannot pay them 1 million. Are we crazy? You willing to take risk for those willing to sacrifice one? Like for example, for me, I say you give me 200,000 1 year, can you trust me I can handle your CPF? I mean capable to handle this country. No, right? I don't have this qualification. Even though there's integrity to handle your money, but I don't have the capability to handle this type of complex of so many restrictions to handle. So we must have a good people continue to come out to serve, and not those people just now those type of caliber of the people just now I mentioned. They only can bring Singapore to hell. I want to share with you, actually today my name is Sim On. I show my face. I stand by what I say just now about Sylvia Lim, about Pritam Singh, about this LeeHsienYang, and about this Tan Cheng Bok. I hope that you share this message with as many people as possible so that they see the right, another side of the story, another fact, to prevent those people with their own agenda to destroy Singapore. Once company collapse, it's okay. Actually, in fact, we see the company, those people want to destroy. Okay, it's okay, you destroy, it's okay. We can find another job in another company. But once country is destroyed, our children going to be the maid elsewhere. Our son going to be the foreign worker in other country. I think people something might say that I exaggerate. I tell you, 40 years ago, actually a lot of Singaporeans are the maid with the British, no. They are maid, no. And then a lot of Singaporean, the men are actually kia chun. That means that means they become the sailor, also follow worker. Kia chun. And don't be overconfident. We have to be vigilant with all those people with their own agenda, not with their own interest way above, put their interest way above country interest on. We have to be careful with them. Actually, not long ago, you know that in 1970s, Philippines is more richer than Singapore, you know. Do you know that in the 1980s, Taiwan foreign reserve is higher than Singapore. But do you know that recently there's a period of 20 years, Taiwan's worker wages 20 years never increase. And I still remember about 2-3 years ago, when Singapore went Taiwan to recruit the security guard, you know what happened? Huge queue. All are graduate. Want to fight to be a security guard in Singapore. Can you imagine? So, just if we let those people to stir, let those people to tell you one side of story, and those, I should say, those 手脚不干净的人 let's say that they handle our CPF, we'll finish. Once our reserve finish, we totally finish because we got nothing. We got no land to fall on. We got no oil to fall on. We got nothing. Okay, I think it's enough for me. But one thing I want to tell you is, I show my face. My name, I repeat again, is Sim On. When you see, what I just now mentioned when you see Pritam Singh, you see Sylvia Lim, you ask Sylvia Lim, do you lie in parliament? When you see Pritam Singh, You ask him about Aljunied Hougang Town Council, this Malaysia 1 MDB, similar to Malaysia 1 MDB. If you see Dr. Chi, you ask him whether you this operator NUS fund, do you drink this water with glucose in your hunger strike? What a joke already. And you ask Pritam Singh, why he did not ask question about this worker party, about this Aljunied Hougang Town Council scandal. I hope you share this message to as many people as possible and ask Sylvia Lim, ask Dr. Chi, ask Tan Chen Bok when you see them. Thank you for listening to my this long sharing. Majulah, Singapore. Thank you.